should the Patriots revisit the whole OBJ situation? My name's Mike Petralia, joined by Jimmy Toscano. What about it?
What's up, Trags?
Should the Patriots go back after OBJ?
Honestly, I'm more against it than a lot of other people are, and it's nothing against OBJ's talent. It's more to do with I don't think the Patriots, aside from Moss, and that's a big aside, but we all know how that ended. I don't think, historically speaking, they've been the type of team that's gone after the diva wide receiver. And if you look around the NFL, there's not a lot of teams that win that way in the long run. So for me, it would kind of go against what the Patriots have done to spend, to trade for a player. So first of all, you're going to be trading a good amount of picks, which I think they're going to take.
But they have that asset. They have that in the bank if they want 12 picks overall.
They do.
6 picks in the first 2 days.
They do. I think they're going to take those picks, trade into next year's draft, and trade up for a quarterback. That's a topic for another day. But I just think that, first of all, it's going to cost a lot of assets to get OBJ. And second of all, it's going to cost a lot of money under the cap. Now, I know that he might be a quote-unquote deal for compared to other wide receivers, but it's still a lot of money with the money that you're working with, and that's not how Bill Belichick has worked. I mean, we're talking about a team. Look at their wide receivers that they've won with over the years. I mean, Edelman, Amendola, go back to Deion Branch, but they never pay for those guys. They never do.
Yeah, but you're talking about great receivers and versus value. OBJ is one of those rare cases where you're actually getting a contract that is certainly in the top 5, but Belichick looks at that and says, well, yeah, I mean, he's an elite receiver who can run all of our routes. Evan Lazar had a great column on CLNSmedia.com detailing exactly that Odell Beckham Jr. can do everything the Patriots want him to do, but at an elite level. Bill Belichick does not turn his nose up at that.
No, and Bill Belichick knows more about talent around the NFL than anybody probably does. That being said, it's not so much what OBJ does on the field. It's, are you going to get him to play like that on the field? Because for him, over the last couple of years, though, I mean, this guy's been nothing to do with Brady. It's more to do with his personality. I mean, this guy's more of a Hollywood showman. We just did some segments on Kyrie Irving and all the Hollywood aspects of him. I don't know if
totally different, Jimmy.
I don't know if OBJ's head has been in the game as much as it should be. You talk about the same guy who's out partying on boats, right after in the middle of the season. I mean, I just haven't seen the leadership. I thought the signing that the Giants made for him was wild to begin with, based on their makeup of their team, where their quarterback's going away. And I just don't know if OBJ is the right fit.
You know who's not the right fit? Antonio Brown. That's just not going to happen.
Another one.
On a number of different levels, that's not going to happen. First of all, OBJ is 26, Antonio Brown's 31.
Right.
Secondly, the Pittsburgh Steelers never in a million years are going to trade unless you give them your entire 2019 draft class and pull a Mike Ditka for Ricky Williams. That's not going to happen. I
mean, I actually think Antonio Brown's style of play fits what the Patriots do a lot better than what OBJ would be able to give them. But you're right. The Steelers aren't going to do that. And talking about where somebody's head is at, I mean, that guy is on the moon somewhere right now. I mean, with the reality TV, Dancing with the Stars, just going out to the media and just basically, just kind of out of left field, just trashing the Steelers and giving up on them like that. I don't think that there's any match there at all, although I do think he does fit their style of offense better, and he would probably I know he would catch more balls for them than OBJ would.
This Patriots Report brought to you by the great folks at 1-in-100. Go to clnsmedia.com/Celtics raffle for your chance to win in a raffle some of the best Celtics tickets around for the cost of a large beer. Look, I'm not saying that the Patriots are desperate to go out and get somebody to compliment Julian Edelman, but it's the age-old argument with literally the age-old argument with Tom Brady. He's not getting younger. He's got 2 years of his prime left. Generously, he's got 2 years of his prime left. You put a guy like Odell Beckham Jr. in there at 26 years of age, you're talking about a wide receiver, maybe the single most elite receiver in the game in terms of skill level, and I think it's a no-brainer if you can pull it off.
I would never just totally write it off. I think it's just, to me, there's a little bit of a risk there, but like you said, I mean, the talent is obviously otherworldly. He's going to be the best wide receiver available, obviously. I mean, they have a history of drafting very poorly at that wide receiver position, so you're more likely to get talent through a trade or through free agency than you are the draft. So I do see all the points to sign him. I'm just not sure if it would be worth the risk and worth the dollars and worth the assets in the long run.
Well, the reports were that the Patriots pursued Odell Beckham Jr. heavily after the 2017 season. Will they do the same this offseason?